Hi guys, get rid of me for gymnastics. Also, don't mind where I'm sitting. Basically, my light is dead. So I've sat on my sister's desk because I have her light on and she just did my hair. She did them in plaits and then put them into a ponytail. I've never had this hairstyle for gymnastics and I think it looks really cute. And it's actually really comfy than having like normal Dutch braids. But anyway, we're going to be talking about things I'm going to let my kids do depending on their age. So first we're going to start with 1 to 5. So I do not care how old you are, 1 to 5, whatever, but you will be doing a sport. So you can pick your sport you want to do, but you will be doing a sport probably at the age of like 3 and upwards. And the only reason because of this is I don't want my kids to just be like sitting around at home and be like really boring and just lounge around everywhere. I want them to at least be doing something, so I will want them to do some sort of sports. I don't care what sport it is as long as it's not a sport where you barely do anything. So like an active sports like outside, like I do gymnastics, but like you could do football, basketball if you're a boy, or cricket, anything. Like for girls, dancing, cheerleading, gymnastics, anything, but you will probably have to do a sport. Because this will probably be for any age, it's not just 1 to 5, but this will probably be to any age. When you probably like turn 3, you will get into a sport. Okay, the next category is like 7 to 10. We're going to just going on random categories, so I'll just tell you when I'm changing. So this is probably like when you can get a tablet, and obviously like a lot of kids have tablets when they're like 5, 6, but I do not want my kids to be an iPad kid, so they won't be getting it until they're like 7 to 10, because my kid is not being an iPad kid because I refuse to raise an iPad kid because I was never an iPad kid. I was always on holiday and everything and enjoying. I was never an iPad kid, so I will not be raising one. But now when you get a phone, that category will probably be like 11 to like any age. 11 past that. Maybe 11 to 12, like any past that. I have my phone obviously, but I'm not going to tell you my age, but I got my phone I think when I was like 7, but I was never on it because I'm too active. But I'm not obviously going to tell you my age right now, but that's when I got mine. But obviously that was my mum's choice, and I don't choose to give my kids one at that age, so they will be having one at like past 10 at least. Like, they could have one for their 10th birthday if they wanted, if they were that desperate they wanted one, but definitely past 10. Now for apps, any apps that is over the age of 13, you'll be getting at 13. Really, I want to follow the age restriction on any of them, so if it says an age restriction on something, I do want to follow it, because I don't want my kids to be saying like, oh, I play like Fortnite at the age of 5. I'm sorry, no, they'll be doing it on the right age now. I'm not worried if they come home and like, Mom, my friends will play Fortnite or my friends will play GTA. I don't care, you were playing it when I say. I don't want to be a strict mum, but I don't want to be a lenient mum where you can go out and smoke cigarettes. My son's not doing that. Or daughter. The next will be walking home from school. I started walking home in year 5. Now, this depends on how far we live away from the school. Because I only lived like 5 or 10 minutes away from my school. That's what my mum let me. And sometimes she'd walk like 5 minutes behind me to make sure that I get to school in time. Or like safely. So I'll probably do that for a little bit. When your friends start walking home in like year 6, like at the start of year 6. If your friend starts walking home at the start of year 6, be aware, I probably will let you. It's just that you'll be like walking and then I'll probably walk like 5 minutes to make sure that you get to school in time and safe. They do not want like you to be unsafe. The next one's sleepovers. To be honest, I'm not bothered. As long as I know the parents, I'm not bothered. So you want to have a sleepover when you're like in year 1, I'm not bothered, just as long as I know the parents. And if you go to someone else's house, as long as you stay safe and I know the parents looking after you, I'm not bothered. Now when it gets to like secondary school, when it gets to that, to be honest, I still kind of want to know the parents, at least, but I want to know that you'll be safe. Obviously, like, I won't mind you going to sleepovers at that time. I just want you to be safe. So as long as you be safe and just turn your location on and everything like that, it's okay. And that brings me on to my next one, which is going out. So I'm not bothered when you're like in secondary school. If you want to go out, as long as you send me your location and I know it's no one that's been mean to you in the past or anything like that, I'm not bothered. But like if you're in primary school, I'll probably let you go out in year 6 when you're able to walk home on your own. I'll probably let you go out because I feel that's a suitable time. Because I feel like I want you to be safe, but obviously when you start walking home on your own, I feel like you'll be capable to be able to go out. But when you're in primary school, I'll probably make the curfew like once you get home from school or on Saturdays. But the curfew to come home would always be 3 o'clock on a weekend, and then probably like 4 on a week, probably like 4 on a weekday. But I want you to be safe, and when it gets to winter, it gets dark later, so probably like I'll limit you going out that time. And then the last one's boyfriends. I'm not bothered, like, oh my god, what the hell has happened to my... Okay, I sorted it out. But I'm not bothered what age you want to be when you get a boyfriend. Obviously not a serious one, like, I'm not really bothered, like, just have fun when you're in primary school. When you get to secondary school, I feel like it gets a little bit serious. So when you get to secondary school, tell me, don't keep it from me. I just keep mine from my mum, and my mum's get really mad. So don't keep it from me, but just tell me and I'll be cool with it, it's fine. But I'm not really bothered in primary school, just have fun. Like, I know it's not real, but in B school, I do want you to be careful. And sleeping over at his house will probably be like a different story. I mean, sleeping over at his house is when you don't live under my roof. You can, but while you live under my roof, it's an... Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my get rid of me. I'm sorry that I've not done one in a while. It's just that I haven't really had anything to do, so I haven't really done anything. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my get rid of me, and I love you all so much. Bye!